just did it. It was hard. I just pulled up.
My husband passed away, and I started talking to a man a couple months later. Let me tell you the story. So this was an old friend that I knew since I was 15. I wanted that male attention. I missed that male attention. Yeah. So I invited him over. He came here with not a dime to his name. I'm grieving. I'm a mess. I'm drinking every day. I'm trying to numb the pain, right? Because I just lost my husband that I was with for almost 10 years. I'm paying for everything. I'm a fool, right? We're getting liquor every night. We're ordering DoorDash every night. Spending my husband's money that I got because he passed away. So I'm a widow, right? You don't fuck widows.
Oh!
That's what the Bible says. Not.
Oh! You're a trash bag. You're a Super Saiyan gaslighter. How dare you lie to me as if the man that wanted your cheeks in this situation, the friend, is at fault. He doesn't know your husband. He's not friends with your husband. He wasn't married to your husband. He has no relationship to your husband whatsoever. But you do. And women control sex, not men. But you're setting this up as if he is the evil one for you accepting him into not only your house, but also your guts. Escaping accountability amongst modern women today is at an all-time high. And you use God as a way to try to escape accountability? It's in the Bible. Shut up.
Not in those words, but you don't do that. Just wait. Please listen to this whole story. Just wait. So he tells me, I'm going to get a job. I want to help you. I want to help the girls. I want to be there for you because we've known each other for years. And you were there for me at my lowest. So I want to be there for you. That's what he told me. But it wasn't like that at all. He stayed for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks I was paying for a grown man that was staying in my husband's home.
That was your choice. That was your choice.
Sorry. It still upsets me. This was 2 years ago.
What?
But he was my friend, right? So he decides that he wants to go back to Chicago.
Oh, this is
horrific.
horrific.
I decided that's probably the best thing because I'm not right in my head right now. I'm not okay.
Right now?
I'm not ready for this. So he leaves.
You know what this is like? This is like, let's say a homeless person worked onto me on the street. You know what? Let's not even say a homeless person. Let's say it was just someone that needed money because they lost their wallet. And they say, hey, do you mind if you can give me $20 so I can get home? And I say, sure, here's my money. And then later on, I think to myself, damn, I just got taken advantage of at the bus stop. Oh, woe is me, my $20 because I made an active decision to give this person $20. You made an active decision to let a man into your house, and now you're the victim of your own decisions. What type of widow are you to grieve over your husband with deep strokes? Oh, but I was so fragile. I was grieving. No, you're a thought. Shut up. You've always been a thought. You make thought-like decisions, which in its essence, there's nothing wrong with that. We all got lives. We could choose what we want to do with our lives, but you're painting this picture as if this guy is a goddamn monster, but he's not. That's what I have a problem with. Dragging the image of men for the sake of your pathetic victimhood. Shame on you. You made the decision. You let him in. There were consequences to that. You can escape accountability in your echo chambers, but not over here.
Of course, I had to pay for him to leave because he's a broke-ass motherfucker, right?
Oh.
But when he left, I felt so much better. Things were happening in my home, like my radio fell. My lights were flickering. I feel like that was a sign from my husband to get this guy out. He stole some things from my husband that I realized after he left. He stole a cologne that my husband would only wear on special occasions. The Johnny Depp cologne. I spent like $109 on it, and my husband said, I'm only going to wear this on special occasions.
I'm sorry, I have a sick sense of humor. I could just imagine that the husband is in heaven flicking the lights on and off as this poor bastard is going deep inside the woman that he thought that he loved. Flick, flick, flick. No, no, please stop stroking her. Baby, you said that you loved me. It's only been 2 damn months. Now you're letting this guy just stroke you out, panicking. Jesus and God are holding him. We're sorry. We tried to tell you she was a thought the entire time, but you decided to marry her. We tried to go in your dreams and tell you and show you the way, my son, but now you must learn it in its purest form.
I'm not even going to say how much money I spent. It's ridiculous. But I told him, I said, karma will get you. Sorry, my daughter called me. But I said, karma will get you.
Karma will get you.
Because you don't mess with widows. I was at my lowest point in my life, and you stole from my dead husband.
Because he used the cologne?
So tell me why a week later he calls me. He says, I was by 63rd and Francisco in Chicago. That's my husband's neighborhood. That's where I met my husband. That's where he's from. I said, what happened? Because I wanted more information, right? He says that 8 dudes jumped him and they were beating him. He got broken ribs. He had a big ass busted lip, 2 black eyes.
You sure know how to choose them.
His head was swollen. I said, send me a picture. He sends me a picture of his whole body, his chest, his head. I was like, He calls me back. I said, you know what? That's your karma. I said, my husband, who is dead, did this to you because you messed with me. You came into my home and you took advantage of me and you stole from him. He goes, F you, you B, da 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 da. I said, no, fuck you. And I hung up. And I've never spoken to him since. He wrote me and said, don't worry, I'll pay all the money back that you spent on me. I'll send you back your cologne that I took from your husband. And nothing. Nothing at all. If your husband passed away, or your wife, never jump into something. Just wait. Because you're not in your right mind. And things could happen. But I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm sorry, I know my daughter was calling me throughout the video, but I got up like 3 times to see what she wanted, just to clear that up. Also, one more thing. He told me the reason why I took the cologne was because I didn't think your husband needed it anymore. That's what he told me. When I tell you that I've never hated somebody so much in my life, that I knew since I was a kid, and I trusted this person, you know? Be careful who you trust. Be careful who you know, because people are snakes, people are dogs, people will take advantage of you.
I know I was cracking a lot of jokes within this video, but this is truly sick, sad, and pathetic. And I think that every man that is watching content like this should really try to understand the mindset of women like this so you can do your best to try to avoid it. Can you ever imagine being in a relationship with a woman like this that refrains from any and all means of accountability when it comes to anything that they do within their life? See, the thing is that I do not expect women to take as much accountability as me. I just find that they're not built that way. I don't try to combat it. I just accept it. And because I accept it, I understand that as a masculine man, I need to be the leader within my relationship, to be accountable for her decisions as well. She is an emotional being. She is apt to be confused. She is apt to be controlled. She is apt to make mistakes and just not accept accountability, which she can grow from, where she can learn from. And I think a lot of women do it from a biological reasoning as well, because accepting that accountability and forcing change may actually take you up out of your femininity. But at the end of the day, if you do not have a leader, a protector, then you are required to make fantastic decisions for yourself. And in this fantastic woman's situation, it only took a couple of months to revert back into her thought-like ways with someone that she considered a friend. And I talk to you guys all the time about allowing women to have male friends in their life, because those male friends are waiting for you to be removed out the picture, whether it be through the end of a relationship or your untimely demise. But this woman, with all of her agency, agency but lack of accountability allowed a man into her domicile to stroke the life up out of her. Mind you, this guy was no different than when he came into her life and was no different when he left her life. He was a goddamn Pookie and a Ray Ray before and after. But she knew that and understood it, but still allowed to get taken advantage of. But it's not taking advantage of, because again, she had just as much agency in the matter as the other person. I cannot blame my emotional time in my life with bad decisions that I might be making. I still need to be accountable for every decision that I am making. And listen, I'd be a liar if I was to say that grieving someone's death doesn't put you in an odd emotional space. But you know what the best thing to do is, if you do not trust your emotionally soaked brain because you're grieving, is to not make a decision at all. Good things come to those that wait. That's why it's always best that if you're in confrontation in a relationship with your significant other, you wait till both of you can get out of that emotional state to have a conversation regarding the conflict. Because there is not a person on God's green earth that makes the best decisions in an emotional state. You, ma'am, talking to you, are an example of that. Stop blaming others or stop blaming men for you being a thought dummy. And that's all that I'll say about that. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, you agree with the things that I'm saying within this video? Do you disagree? Leave it down in the comment box down below, and let's have a fantastic conversation about it. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.